Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on X at @green_Jericho. Like and subscribe to my new channel, Green's House. So, Mayor Eric Adams of New York. Mayor Eric Adams of New York City has been indicted. His house has been raided by the feds, and there are calls for his resignation. Well, shit, Eric. What did you do? What did you do to piss off the machine? Did you allow your city to be flooded with the illegals? No, they don't care about that. Is crime running rampant in your city? Yeah, but they don't care about that. Is your city filthy? Is garbage piling up on the streets? Yeah, but they don't care about that. Are you allowing illegals to take over parts of your city to where now the tax-paying citizens can't even use them? Yeah, but they don't care about that. Did you allow more than 20,000 illegal, unvaccinated children to be pumped into the New York public school system? Yeah, but they don't care about that. What they do care about is you not towing the party line. What they do care about is you opening your mouth against the Democratic Party. What they do care about is you having the nerve, the unmitigated gall to speak ill of Sloppy Joe and his administration. They will not have that. Now you listen up here, boy. We allowed you to become mayor of New York City. Get a rope. We allowed your black ass to be mayor of the biggest city the United States of America has to offer. And all you had to do was read from the script we have provided and do everything we tell you to do, boy, and you can have all the spoils of being mayor of New York City. But you couldn't do that, could you, boy? You had to open your big lip black mouth and speak against the Democrat Party. Well, we ain't gonna tolerate that, son. Now, what we're gonna have to do is tarnish your reputation and strip you of every dadgum thing you've amassed over your career. Now, you're a former police officer, but I'm sure we can find some people under your control that were under your charge that'll say a bunch of negative things about you that we can spin into something bigger than they are. And we even got that googly-eyed crazy ginger fucker, AOC, to call for your resignation. And that's exactly what's happening. Loco Cortez, you motherfucker, her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. She is calling for Mayor Eric Adams' resignation. She says, for the good of the city. So if Mayor Eric Adams steps down, steps aside, resigns, quits, whatever you want to call it, who's going to take his place? Well, duh, you guys know it's always worse. And there's this guy named Jermaine Williams who is next in line. He's like the city activist, some shit, some weird made up bullshit nonsense title. And what is he? He's a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, aka the new commie. He hates Trump. He believes that him getting convicted on those charges, those bullshit indictments, those 91 charges, was justified. He believes that the article he took out in the paper in 1989 against the Central Park Five was racist. Now let's talk about that for a quick second. So the Central Park Five were these 5 black and Puerto Rican kids in April of '89 who were accused and later convicted of sexually assaulting and beating this white lady who was jogging in Central Park. Hit her in the head with a rock, gagged her, did all kinds of sick, disgusting things to her. So these boys have videotaped confessions. Some of them were with their parents when they confessed. And after they were paraded in front of the media and the cameras, everybody saw them, everybody knew their face. And so after they confessed and were convicted, Donald Trump took out a full-page ad because he had the money and the balls to do it. Cost him $85,000. And he said that these kids need to be executed for the horrible, despicable things that they did to this woman, and they need to serve as an example. Now, of course, the left is going to leave out key points in this story, like they confessed, they were convicted, and everybody in the city was thinking the same fucking thing that Trump was. Confessions hold a lot of weight. A confession is when you say, yeah, I did it. And like I said, some of the kids were there with their parents. Now, come to find out, allegedly, some of the kids were roughed up by the cops. They were coerced into these confessions, even though some of them were there with their parents, and DNA evidence showed that this serial rapist was the one who did it. None of those boys' DNA matched. But at the time, they confessed. And everybody in the city was thinking the same thing, but Trump had the money and the balls to put it in a full-page ad in the New York Times, I believe. Everybody thought that. Everybody wanted those little thugs, or who they perceived as thugs, those little ne'er-do-wells, to die for what they did to that woman. But Trump is somehow a racist for saying what everybody, even black New Yorkers, were thinking. So Jermaine Williams will be next in line if Mayor Eric Adams steps down because of his indictment and his charges. And the calls for him to resign are getting louder and louder by the day. They just raided his mansion this morning. So who is this guy, Jermaine Williams? He's a commie. He's an activist. He believes in the redistribution of wealth and all that leftist shit. He probably agrees with New York being a sanctuary city, and these people are just coming for a better life. If you think New York is bad now, if you think people getting shoved in front of a subway train is par for the course and it's just life in New York, yeah, it will get worse. It has been worse. Around the time of the Central Park Five, you were looking at almost 1,900 murders a year in New York and over 3,000 reported sexual assaults. That's a lot. It can get worse. New York is, if that guy gets in, New York is going to look at Chicago and say, hey, hold my slice of pie. It's going to get bad for all the terrible things and dumb things that Mayor Eric Adams did under this dude, Jermaine Williams. It will get so much worse. He is the type of politician who uses the term gun violence. So it's not the person, it's not the trigger puller, it's the gun itself. That's where all of the problems come from. Not the stupid human who picked it up and loaded it and chambered around and pointed it at the person and pulled the trigger multiple times. No. It's the gun. So New York City, you better hold on tight. You better hope the devil you know is the one you keep, because the one you don't know, you are going to have to bend over, clasp your ankles, and hope that they spit on it first. But Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted. There's another famous New Yorker that's been recently indicted. Maybe you can give him a call, Mayor Eric Adams. Don't worry, Eric. I'll take your call. It'll be the most beautiful, greatest phone call we've ever had. I'm a New Yorker. You're a New Yorker. I know it's fake news. Fake news. I'm working on my Trump. I'll nail it. I'll get that shit down pat by election time. Look, Eric, give me a call. Be beautiful phone call. But the reason this is happening is because you had the nerve to speak out against the Democrat Party. You're a person of color. You're supposed to get in lockstep and keep your mouth shut and have no opinions of your own, or at least no opinions that run contrary to our game plan. And AOC, he's the mayor of the city you work in. You work for. That's supposed to be your boy. She said, get him out of here. Get him out of here. While she is pegging her ginger fiance. What do you think I should do? Make him step down. Gross. New York City. Just in time for the election. So wait a minute. They're going to give Mayor Eric Adams the boot. They're going to install this super commie. And how much you want to bet that the illegals in that city will be allowed to vote in a federal election by the time November 5th rolls around? Say it isn't so. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Give me a follow on X at @green_Jericho, and make sure you like and subscribe to my new channel, Green's House. I am Jericho Green, and man, I'm out.